to start talking about the PLEs, and we'll segue into King and Queen of the Ring, since we've been talking about the potential debut of Uncle Howdy, and we've been talking about King and Queen of the Ring. So we'll start with that PLE, and there have already been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. So right now it's still on track to be basically kind of like a backlash, backlash type of PLE with 5 matches, and they probably get a good amount of time for each of them. I think even Backlash didn't even go like the full amount of time. I think maybe ended a little early, but I was perfectly fine with that. I think 5 matches.
3 hours.
It was almost 3 hours.
Yeah,
but it was a good amount of time. And right now we have the undisputed Universal Championship, or the WWE Championship. I'm just gonna call it that. Match between Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul. And if you guys didn't watch on SmackDown, originally it was supposed to be title versus title, but I'm pretty sure Logan Paul had his lawyer change the contract, so now it's just for the WWE Championship, unless they changed it again. So that's I know people were complaining, and they thought that they were just gonna start making Cody just be like this super invincible guy, like, all right, yeah, you get the United States Championship too, and now he holds 2 belts. I feel like that would have had people feel a certain way, because I feel like maybe that would have make him come across too strong, you know what I mean? I don't know how else to describe it, but like, yeah, I'm the champ, I beat the story, now I'm also like having a United States Championship. So I feel like people would feel a certain way, but I'm kind of glad that they didn't include the title belt. I know that the reason for Cody was because that'll make him a Triple Crown champion. I think that's what the reason for that was, but it didn't make sense for him to have that belt, honestly. So we have that match. We have the Intercontinental Championship match between Bronson Reed, and Chad Gable. And we have the Women's World Championship match between Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan, followed up with the King of the Ring tournament finals and the Queen of the Ring tournament finals, which should be interesting. But what are your guys' thoughts in general about the concept of the King of the Ring? Because I feel like for the past 35 years or however long they've had the King of the Ring, I feel like it's been hit or miss. Like, a lot of people have used it as a way to get to that main event level, and sometimes it just feels like it's a gimmick that's there that, like, I don't think Xavier Woods got anything out of it. I don't think Zelina Vega got anything out of it. I don't think oh my god, who's the Lone Wolf NXT guy? Didn't he have the
Baron Corbin?
There you go. So I don't think he got anything out of it. So do you feel like King of the Ring can make somebody, or do you feel like it's kind of like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, where you get this big ass trophy and then they don't do too much with it? Do you feel like maybe that sense is shifting, or do you feel like it's still going to be that type of, title?
I think it'll be better now.
Think so?
I think
those crowns look much better. I'll say that. The ones in the immediate past look kind of goofy.
All those flops were kind of on Vince too, and then the 90s did okay with the King of the Ring, or even like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
with
like Bret Hart, Stone Cold,
Edge, Brock,
Booker,
King Booker.
Yeah,
King Booker, yeah, that was a good gimmick that came from that. Billy Gunn, no.
How do you feel about
Pinkies up?
How do you feel about it, like, being part of their gimmick? Like, it's one thing to be like, okay, I'm the King of the Ring, but then they're coming out like I'm the king and I'm the queen. Like, I feel like I don't think that's necessary all the time. You know what I mean?
I think it's dependent on the wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, like King Booker definitely does it. Now imagine if Stone Cold had started walking out like that.
Right, with like a big, stupid purple cape.
Yeah,
and got
Yeah,
like a crown like Queen Elizabeth or some shit, like I think some people would just look straight up goofy.
Tell me he didn't just say that.
So besides Booker T, who do you think has done it well? So I'll give you guys a list of the winners.
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart, yes.
he did.
Where is it? Well, Owen Hart was one of the ones that I thought did a great job as King of the Ring. Bret Hart, I mean, like for Bret Hart, it felt like it's not something that was necessary. Like it was just kind of like part of that like flavor of the month, but it I don't think it made or broke him at all. But King Booker, I think, is like the most obvious one that he just made it work really well. Randy Savage, I guess.
The Macho King.
Yeah. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. I mean, he
didn't change too much.
Did he get the King of the Ring, or was that during the? He was supposed to, and then he because of the curtain call or whatever they call it. He
won it the next year.
He won it the following year. Okay. So I don't know if that necessarily made him either. Like,
no,
he got more like popular because of his own stuff with DX, and then later with Stephanie McMahon Helmsley era. But like Don Morocco, you had Harley Race, Randy Savage, Ted DiBiase, Bret Hart won in '91.
Mabel.
Bret Hart won again in '93. Yeah, Mabel, like that didn't do shit for Mabel.
Okay.
Steve Austin, Triple H. You got Ken Shamrock in '98.
Imagine Ken Shamrock with the King Booker gimmick.
Oh my god.
That'd
King
be TV.
Shamrock, Billy Gunn in '99, Kurt Angle in 2000. I feel like it helped buttress Kurt Angle's career, but I feel like he was already kind of like just rocket strapped to him as soon as he debuted, because he had a WWF Championship match, not too long
after that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Kurt Angle, you had Edge in 2001, Brock Lesnar in 2002. I think that kind of helped. And then it was kind of like hit and miss after 2002. Then it didn't come back until 2006, and that's where you got Booker T, and he defeated Bobby Lashley. That's got to be the best example of a king of the ring gimmick, that like he actually used it, and then it just stuck with him until basically the end, and then he obviously went to.
I used to like when he'd snap and he'd turn back in the regular Booker T.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so good. Actually, you know what? William Regal as the 2008 King of the Ring, that actually had a lot of potential, but then they had the whole wellness policy violation, and they had to cut his thing short. Yeah, he was basically like he had the whole, like he was going to be in control of like Monday Night Raw and all that kind of stuff. Like that should have been awesome. It just sucks that it was. I don't even know like what drug it was. I don't even think it was steroids, but yeah, they cut that short. And then you had Sheamus in 2010, and then it was 2015. Bad News Barrett defeated Neville.
Oh yeah, King Barrett.
Yeah, King Barrett. I mean, I don't know. I like it. Like for him, it didn't make him either. Really, it just didn't do anything. I
think we could come to the conclusion that generally the King of the Ring doesn't really do much for most people. I think there needs to be some kind of a drastic change. Like if you do win the King of the Ring, there's some big thing that helps their specific spot on the roster or whatever, know.
And it was also like in the past 20 years, the event itself has been like on and off. Like they have it and then they don't have it for 5 years, and then for some reason it comes back. Yeah.
Because at one point, it used to be the whole pay-per-view, or the majority of the pay-per-view was the matches.
Right, exactly. And now they're basically doing the qualifiers during the regular shows, and the finals are at the pay-per-view, which I think it makes sense. I do like that because like sometimes the matches on Raw and SmackDown are just like they're like story progressors, but sometimes they're just kind of like fillers. So like having like these kind of matches with some kind of like heft to it, some kind of reason to watch and tune in.
The rankings.
I do like that kind of stuff. Yeah, the rankings. But like do you remember, David, like Xavier Woods is like king like reign? Do you have any thoughts about him? Because I think he's the last one that got it right, because then they didn't do it in 22.
The bloodline destroyed his crown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all I remember.
Yeah, and that was also in Saudi Arabia, by the way, in Riyadh. So super interesting, but we can jump into the match card itself. So Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul. I don't think Logan Paul's winning this one. I think it's just kind of another stopgap for Cody, because it's just like another PLE that they have to have, and it's like literally less than 3 or 4 weeks since Backlash, and Cody Rhodes wants to defend the championship. He's not Roman Reigns. He is showing up from show to show, so now they have to come up with people that he has to feud. So, I mean, it's true.
Yeah, they're not used to it. They're not used to having the book.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, wait, shit, we got to book another championship match in 3 weeks. So what do we do?
This isn't the usual window.
For like 4 years, we have like, 4 months to figure out, who Roman Reigns is.
Before that, with Brock.
Yeah. Exactly. For the longest time, the top champion was like showing up quarterly, basically. So they're trying to get back in the thing. So I think it's going to be a good match, but I don't think it's going to switch hands. I mean, that'd be hilarious if Logan Paul won the championship, but I don't think it's going to happen. Does anyone have any thoughts about that one?
Yeah, Logan's winning, dog.
Yeah, can you back that up?
No.
There you go.
Can you?
The only thing I can kind of see,
back that up like Rikishi.
Maybe Logan would actually win by cheating, and then like I don't know, like someone will come out and be like, no, like he'll actually grab the title and like celebrate with it, and then they'll reverse the decision and continue the match. That's like one thing I can see them doing at least. Just to get kind of like freak everyone out for a minute there, be like, oh shit, like like I don't know, general manager can come out or Triple H can come out and be like, what the hell? Like, no, we're not.
I mean, I think it's go ahead.
I could see maybe like he loses the belt and then he has like this meltdown, like, hey, I finished the story, and then it's like his heel turn, and then
that's too soon.
Think so?
Absolutely. they still got to make money off them. Like they I mean, and honestly, I guess that's a stupid reason, because I mean Roman Reigns made a shit ton of money in here.
Yeah, like I mean, like this is like I keep hearing that point. Like it's like, oh, like he's selling to children. No, like Roman Reigns sold a bunch of shit. Name a bunch of heels that sold some shit, right? Stone Cold technically was
NWO.
NWO sold a bunch of shit, right? So
Bullet Club.
Hear me now, quote me later.
It's going to be interesting because they don't want Logan Paul to lose either. Like, I feel like because like AJ Styles, I feel like is a different kind of cat, because he's been the champion and he needed that win. Cody needed that win to prove himself. I think with Logan Paul, though, he's just still starting out and he hasn't really lost a match, a title match, I don't think, since he started. So are they going to give Cody this win? Like, is he going to win clean? I don't think so. I feel like there's going to be like a DQ or something.
Howdy.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. Maybe that's the way to introduce it.
That would be interesting, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to make Logan Paul crap himself.
Yes. Yeah, with the fucking brass knuckles. So
like, shit.
Maybe.
Toy Story alien hat.
Yes, and the Stardust makeup.
He's gonna come with the claw.
Claw.
Some dude hanging from a tree. Actually,
Jesus
that'd be kind of funny
Christ.
because it's like the whole Uncle Howdy thing.
They would.
You guys,
not do
you
that.
guys know what that meme was like when he was wearing like the alien hat thing because he was in the Japanese suicide forest. And yeah,
I remember.
There was a video of like I think he showed a video of some guy hanging off a tree. So I think that'd be kind of fun.
He basically laughed it off or
Yeah. I mean that, like Uncle Howdy Ookie Spooky stuff, that'd be kind of hilarious. Bad taste probably, but I mean
hell yeah.
That's how you tie it in.
He lost damn tie it in.
Yeah.
Lost that game of Hangman.
Oh man.
Hangman,
I mean, he already takes Hangman's moves.
Yeah.
Damn. Writes itself.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
Take
doubt they would
notes,
do that
Triple.
though.
It's for free. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's what's I don't think it's gonna be a clean match. I think it's gonna be a good match. I think it's gonna end in either a DQ, some kind of interference, maybe like you said, the debut of the Howdy Crew or whatever you call them. But
Woody's Roundup.
Yeah, Woody's Roundup.
Howdy.
Come on, get home on the tree. All right, well, let's go into the Intercontinental Championship match. So we've had this feud with Sami Zayn and Chad Gable, and then Bronson Reed kind of got stuck in there too. Now, I don't think Bronson Reed is going to win. Or maybe he wins the belt because the other two are kind of feuding so hard. So that's a possibility, but I feel like Chad Gable should get the belt. That's what my heart says, is that he should beat Sami Zayn for this because he deserves it. But I don't know if they want Sami Zayn to lose it. So I don't know if you guys feel any differently, but I think Sami Zayn's gonna retain just because he just got it.
Yeah,
I do too.
Because I feel like there was a period with Triple H where they wanted to redo the record books, and I feel like they've already done that. So I think there will be more frequent title changes. I don't think it's going to be like late 90s hot potato title shifts like every month or two. But I don't think the title reigns are gonna be as long as they have been. 3 years, 2 years,
Yeah, Logan's winning.
For the Intercontinental Champion. Oh, you mean for the original? I don't think so. But all right, Chris, what about for the Intercontinental? Who do you think's gonna win?
Bronson Reed, dog. Big Bronson. Bronson Reed.
I mean, he also needs a strap. I mean, I think that the belt, as long as I think the belt, he doesn't need the belt. Like sometimes the belt makes the man. I feel like if he gets the championship belt, I don't know if he necessarily needs it, but I don't know. I think Chad Gable should win.
Nah, yeah, Chad Gable.
Because he's also been on a tear with his current character gimmick. So,
because he's still heel, right?
Yeah.
He's still an a-hole.
Yeah, Chad Gable.
Now this one, I'm almost positive that Liv Morgan is going to beat Becky Lynch.
I hope
so. But what do you guys think?
Revenge tour.
What's the point of her losing again? I don't see why she needs to lose. I also don't. I mean, I'm just kind of a little bored of Becky Lynch. I don't know what it is, but I think Liv Morgan is a more interesting character right now. Just she's got a little more layers than Becky Lynch for me personally.
I get down and I get back up and I fight again. We heard it already, yeah. Becky Lynch. We know. You broke your nose.
You broke your nose at one time 5 years ago.
Put your hands in front of your face next time.
Right.
So I'm hoping that Liv Morgan wins because I mean, again, she's a more interesting character. It'll look good on her too. And maybe they'll have I don't know if they'd put 2 women's matches in Saudi Arabia, but
they got the Queen of the Ring.
Well, they do have the Queen of the Ring, but for the WWE Women's Championship, do you think they're going to add a
Bayley match?
Yeah, a Bayley match.
Damn, they can't be exposing all that cake. They're gonna have to be covered up, no?
No.
Yeah.
They gotta dress like Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah.
They gotta dress like who?
Zero Suit Samus.
Oh, or like Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Bodysuits. Damn. Honestly, now that you mention, I'm kind of curious what their attires look like in the other Saudi Arabia, or in the Crown Jewels.
They're always wearing like long one pieces, or like they'll put a shirt over.
Full head attire.
Yep.
Interesting.
I don't know.
But yeah, hopefully Liv Morgan wins. She has more to work with. I feel like there are more people she can feud with. And her revenge tour has to mean something, because right now, like, what revenge tour? You know, like, she's had.
Oh, it's just begun.
Yeah, it did. So I hope it continues with an actual title belt. You know, so get your revenge tour with some gold around your waist. So, you know,
we'll have to figure out whose purple bandana she's been walking around with.
Oh, that's true.
JD McDonough.
Could be
McDonut. Oh, you know, that's the other thing that I forgot is it seems like Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio might be a thing. See, that's why I think she should get the strap, because then when Rhea Ripley comes back, that'll be an amazing feud. I can already see it.
Battle for the custody of Dom.
You think it's Finn?
It's Finn.
I think that'll definitely be an amazing feud if that happens, and I feel like that's where it's headed. So, Becky Lynch, drop the belt, go enjoy your time as a mother, give it to Liv Morgan, and then when Rhea Ripley comes back, that's going to be awesome. So now with the King of the Ring tournament, we currently, as of this recording, have not determined who the final people are who are facing each other at King of the Ring and at King and Queen of the Ring. So the current possibilities are Gunther or Jey Uso versus Randy Orton or Tama Tonga. So I'm curious what you guys think. I guess we can look at a number of scenarios, or who you think is gonna head to the final and actually win. Like, who do you feel like deserves it out of these 4 men for King of the Ring? Who do you think needs it more?
Probably Jay.
Yeah. Jay or Gunther.
Yeah, I was going to say Gunther, too.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, Randy Orton, if he's in the final, I don't think he doesn't need it at this point.
He doesn't need it, no.
He does his own.
I mean, he can get to the final and then lose. That'd be more necessary, I would feel, if Randy Orton would get so far.
Right.
Like, he's like that legacy guy that you got to beat, you know?
Yeah, and they don't want to put Tama Tonga in that position, I think, to lose either, because, I mean, he just debuted not too long ago, and they don't want to, I don't think, make him a loser like that. So, I do think, maybe Randy Orton's going to be in the final, and he's going to face Gunther. And I think Gunther's going to win, personally. Because I think that Ring General, he could call himself the King General. That doesn't make sense, does it? but the King of the Ring sounds like a good thing for his next step to the either the World Heavyweight Championship or the WWE Championship. I mean, like with Jey Uso, I don't know what you do with him as a character from here. Do you feel like is he going to be feuding with the Bloodline again? You think?
Yeah.
Eventually,
Because they're on different brands right now, but yeah, I think it's going to be Gunther. Any other guesses or suggestions? Or you guys feel like it's going to be like Gunther or Jey Uso as the winner?
I think Gunther would add a little bit more prestige to this King of the Ring thing if they're trying to shift gears with it. Because like I think if you give it to Jey Uso, it's like just an excuse to have a match to continue the feud with the Bloodline, and then it's just like you're thrown. I feel like it just then it doesn't go anywhere. But at least with like somebody like Gunther, there's potential of adding prestige to being King of the Ring. So I mean, I would say Gunther as well.
I mean, the possibility of a Jey Uso versus Tama Tonga.
That's what I was going to ask, actually. Yeah, that would actually be good then.
It would be interesting. Would it be like too soon to be? I mean, too soon. I mean, I guess the Bloodline story has been going on for like 4 years now, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess there is that possibility because you could have Jey Uso face Tama Tonga, and then you have the Bloodline intertwined again. Because I have this like feeling of like Jey Uso just kind of being really just characterized as like the yeet guy, and I don't, and that seems a little limiting because I feel like that's what a lot of his shtick is right now, and there isn't like a very meaningful feud he's in right now. He's just kind of the yeet guy for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys feel like that, but
Yeet.
yeet, yeah. So interesting, but I do think Gunther's gonna win because you can't like give him the longest reign and then just like again make him on a losing streak. So I mean, there's some valid points for a couple of guys here. And he's lost before, right? Didn't he lose to, was it Ilya? No.
But on the main roster, he hasn't lost.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Gunther should win. Yeah. He could legitimize the tournament if they're going to make this an actual yearly thing, which I hope they do, because I feel like you need something in between WrestleMania and Money in the Bank and then SummerSlam. So I think that's a good thing. All right, Queen of the Ring tournament finals. So we have Io Sky or Lyra Valkyria versus Bianca Belair or Nia Jax.
Nia Jax winning that shit.
I think Nia Jax wins the whole thing.
Nia beats Io. Oh shit! Fucking Howdy's at Andres' house.
He's at my house right now. I was like, what's going on?
House of Black.
Yeah, the House of Black.
One of them.
Because Bianca Belair, I don't think she needs it. I mean, unless she's currently the tag team champion.
Yeah.
So I don't think she needs it. I mean, Io Sky, I don't know what you're doing with Io Sky right now either. I mean, she could potentially have it, and then that could be like a thing for Damage Control that we have the Queen of the Ring, which could be cool. Lyra Valkyria, I feel like it's just too soon for her. I just personally don't see it. So the only one that really makes sense for me is Nia Jax, because I mean she's moved to SmackDown, but she has also been on a tear. Like I enjoy her being like this bitch on the show. Like the match she had, I mean, with Jade Cargill, and going up to her daughter and calling her mom, stupid or whatever. Like that was funny. So
can somebody clarify this Tiffany Stratton shit? What the fuck is going on with that?
There was like I think there was like some kind of like video, and I don't even think if she knew what the sound was, but it had something like black body or something, like it was some kind of insult or whatever, and she took it down immediately because I think she realized that whatever sound she used for that video had that in there, so she took it down. But you had like a bunch of people save it or whatever, and then like, hey, Triple H, look what she said, blah blah blah, like fucking first graders.
Teacher.
So but
he reposted it, and there's like the bite's pretty inaudible if you're not really listening.
Yeah.
And then it got shared, and people were really listening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think it was a mistake. I don't think Tiffany Stratton is that kind of person, but also like, why would you like post that? You're like you're on
Barbie.
You're like, I'm about to be racist. Yeah. MAGA Barbie.
I mean, she didn't actually say it. It was like dubbed. Right?
Yeah, it was dub over it was from a TV show.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So people are just blowing it way out of proportion.
Dorks.
So they think that she was getting punished on SmackDown or whatever, but
fucking marks.
SJ Dubs.
Dummies. So it was. I mean, I think it was an accident. And again, like she is clearly being pushed, and she's gonna like make a video like that. Like that's stupid. I mean, if I was her, I'm like, damn, you dumb as hell. If that's what you think.
If she actually throw everything away.
Yeah.
I regret
it just
nothing.
doesn't sound like it makes sense, but I guess people can do stupid things. But
they're trying to censor me.
Yeah. So, do you guys think it's Nia Jax for Queen of the Ring, or do you feel like any of these other women have a chance to win?
Give it to Nia or Io, but probably Nia.
Yeah, it's either Nia or Io.
I think so. I feel like it might honestly be like Nia Jax versus Lyra Valkyria, and it'll be like a squash, and Nia Jax wins.
To me, I can see Io as well, but I don't know. Nia just feels more right because like if Io were to win it, like okay, then what? Like you know, damage she lost. Same thing with Gunther too, because we were saying that maybe he could win because he just lost the title and he had the longest reign. So it would kind of make sense he win, and since Io just lost it as well. But I don't know. I just don't. I feel like Nia could do more with it. So
I agree. If you're not going to give her the belt yet, then give her the Queen of the Ring, because she could be like that kind of like obnoxious Owen Hart kind of character where she calls herself the Queen of the Ring, and I think she could really make it work. So awesome. Well, I think that.